So, and then
and also I might want to add this here because a lot.
September 16th, 1997 was the worst day of our lives. And so it's interesting how 1997 was one of the best years of your life. And 1997 was when everything was, laid out, and you begin to fight for your life.
It was at least for me, it was the best and worst year of our life, because the year started
off
open,
amazing,
with us getting married.
Finally,
after 10 years of back and forth, we had finally decided to get married, and we had formed and put our family together. We opened up a business, bought a home, and what was destined for a fairy tale ending in about 6 months.
It was a crash and burn, you know, but thankful nonetheless that sometimes even in our darkest moments is when God can do the greatest work and create out of us the art forms that God has destined us to be. And I really think that is what has happened through time, as the movie says. And so we would encourage people to follow @TimeMovie on Instagram as well, so they can keep up with the progress that the movie is making. This baby is winning all kind of awards, Badu, and it's not just that it's my story that makes us excited about the awards, is that the story of incarceration is getting recognition in our country during this moment. And that's probably what we're most grateful for, is that, one of my biggest prayers when I was incarcerated was that God would let me use my voice for the voiceless, for these 75 other women trapped in this cage with me. Right. And that we would be able to get our story or our experience out far and wide. And so now here it is, prayers answered with the movie Time. And we're just hopeful that families will watch it together this Thanksgiving weekend.
You can watch it free. Amazon is allowing the movie to be viewed free of charge this weekend. Watch it. The link is in my bio. It's called Time. Discovers the life of Fox Rich and Rob Richardson and their family and what time has done for them. Here we are, 1997, monumental year for both of us. It was the year that it all happened. It seemed to happen one way for you and one way for me, but nonetheless, both were lessons that we had. And here we are, November 27, what year is this? 2020 AD. And we are here, and we are breathing, and we have learned, and we have grown. What can you say and share with the audience today that you've learned from, I'm sure it's many things, but from this moment, the first thing that comes to your mind?
Love is the most divine chemical in the universe, and it dissolves everything that is not of itself. Our families need more love. Love is our answer. Love is our keys. Love kept us. Love wake us. Love healed us. Love, just love keeps lifting us. Just love.
And I would have to say, for me, it would have to be that when we fight, we win. For the things that are most important to us, we have to fight for them. We have to fight in order to hold on to them. The same way that you had to fight as an artist to make real thoughts and dreams that you had one day of being
Erykah Badu,
the sensation that we now know, right? But inside yourself, you've always been that sensation. But you had to fight in order to make sure that other people knew and respected what it is that you knew to be true about yourself. The same way that our family had to fight for our freedom. We could not be here had we not fought. And my encouragement to others or people that are watching is that anything in life that's worth having is definitely worth fighting for. Right. Whether it be love, whether it be a career, whatever it is that you find worth fighting for, fight for it and fight for it with everything that you got.
Awesome.
And probably the last thing I'd like to add to what Rob said, Badu, is for those families fighting, because I know a lot of people follow Rob and I because they are hopeful to find some answers to the carceral state for themselves, for their own freedoms. And we have found a tool that is like none other. It is called Participatory Defense Movement. It is a national organization. We've got 35 hubs across the country. Rob and I founded the only hub in the state of Louisiana. It's called PDM NOLA. And for those families that are trying to find out more, we're also excited about the social impact campaign that has been launched with Time the movie, and it's called This Is Time.
Okay.
ThisIsTime.com, where families can talk about their stories and what they're going through.
Okay. What are you working on right now, guys? What do you want the audience to, the family, as I call them, the fam? We ain't got fans, we got fam.
Right.
What do you want them to know that you're working on right now? Update us on what's going on.
I think it's just participatory defense and clemency through participatory defense. We talk all this noise as a society about reducing our prison population. And one thing that Rob and I understand is that clemency is already a power that exists with the majority of states' governors. And with the power of their pen, they can immediately reduce the prison population in the stroke of a pen. It doesn't take passing an executive order. It doesn't take passing state laws. Clemency is the prison reduction tool that we need our governors to start implementing. In 2018, Badu, Rob was the only, we were the only incarcerated family in Louisiana to receive clemency. That's not enough. There are far more deserving men and women. One is Mama Glow, who has served 50 years in prison, that PDM NOLA is fighting for her release. But there are a lot of deserving men and women that our governors can reduce the prison population through the process of clemency.
Yeah, I learned about Mama Glow through your site. Can you tell us a little bit about Mama Glow and her plight?
Mama Glow is the product of racism in Louisiana. She is 75 years old. She has she went into a convenience store to rob it with a toy gun. The store owner pulled out a weapon and began shooting at them. One of the people with her wrestled the store owner. There was a loss of life. She is the only, the man in her matter, it was 3 of them. The woman that shot the store owner died in prison 15 years ago. The man that was with them was the governor's cook. So he got clemency about 30 years ago. And Mama Glow is the only person from that offense that is still behind bars. And we are encouraging the governor of Louisiana to sign her pardon. She has been recommended. And the only thing we wait on right now is for our governor to see value in her and release her home to her 5 children. Mama Glow is a woman that I met while I was serving time at the LCIW, and just one of those women, you know that enough is enough and she needs to come home.
For those of you who are just joining us, we're watching right now Fox and Rob tell their story and talk about their film. Gonna let them get some sugar. Go on.
I know, right?
And it's so inspiring. The film is called Time. Time tells the story of Fox and Rob's plight as they were separated by an untimely event in 1997, which landed Fox about 2.5 years to 3 years in prison and 21 years of incarceration for Rob. All the while, they raised 6 boys into manhood with integrity. And it's my honor to talk to them right now. Can you talk about what this inspires me, Fox? Can you talk about you being a inspiration or a public speaker or someone who inspires women all over the world? I've seen you speak many times in many places.
You know,
well, tell us.
I think that God gives us all gifts. And when we can recognize what those gifts are, then I think we can be a more effective or productive human being. And having been at the lowest point of my life, I just know what it means to have a little bit of hope. And my mother raised me to speak. When Rob and I found ourselves in this situation, I wanted to make sure as many people knew about it as possible. And so I started speaking at HBCUs, and I just got to tell you, Badu, our HBCU family, I don't know what I would do without them. I got an Instagram message from a sister from South Carolina State. I spoke there in 2005, and she was talking about what the speech meant to her. And I just, I'm so grateful, because to be able to say something to them was like just being able to say it back to myself. you know, that you can believe. Just keep trying, just keep pushing, and don't give up. Because when we don't give up, like Rob said, when we fight, we can win, but we got to fight. We got to try. We can't be hopeless. We've come too far for that.
HBCU family, Grambling State University in the house right now.
ESU.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about our HBCU experience and how it aided us in our journey. What it was like to be surrounded by strong mentors that looked like us, that encouraged us. Your major, what was your major?
Biology was my major. Rob's major. What was your major, Rob?
My major was Fox. Erykah, when I was in school.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're watching Rob right now talk about their film, Time. And Time takes us through a journey of emotions and heartbreak and injustice and then clemency. And
what moved you the most, Badu, if you don't mind me asking? What resonated most with you about the film?
It was that space in between. It was because I know you and I've lived with you and I've seen you, but actually to watch your expression, to hear your words is one thing because you're a very powerful speaker. You are very strong. But to watch you wait for your man in real time in some spaces, to bring him home with your faith and your words. And to see how strong your children became as a result of your strength and honesty and transparency completely. I like riding with you in the car with your children, and that passenger seat being filled with the energy of Rob, even though Rob wasn't there. I like that. There's so many different things I love about it. I don't want to give it away because I want people to watch it. This documentary we're talking about is called Time, and you can click the link in my bio and watch it free all weekend long, all Indigenous weekend long from Amazon. A lot of it touched me. I mean, it's just so much. You know, I have chills right now because I actually saw you in real time as this was happening. Because you took us through this whole Facebook page. You took us. We live vicariously through your lives and your strength. And like I said before, I have to repeat this. When we talk about ride or die, if ride or die was a person, I've seen you sell cars and fight for other people's injustice while you were fighting for your own. Just so unselfish. So selfish. And Rob, I could only imagine what you were going through, you know, and I watched that through the faces of your kids and your lady, and how strong you are to not lose yourself. Because time, you know, it moves fast, but it moves slow.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Especially when we're bound. At the slowest it could ever move when we're bound.
Well, one thing I can say, Erykah, I thank you for Baduism. I thank you for Mama's Gun. And I thank you for every other album that you dropped in between because it was through your music. It was through your artistry, man, that I was able to run the yard when I wasn't studying law, where I could contemplate and meditate on my freedom, even though it wasn't even near, you know, in many of those stages. But I thank you for every album that you ever dropped because
music is the soundtrack to life.
It is definitely the soundtrack to life, and your music served as a soundtrack to our life and our experience. So even us being at this moment in this time just serves as evidence that there are no mistakes in life. You know, although we make mistakes, but there are no mistakes in life because other than that, we couldn't even find each other on this path some 20 plus years later, unless that held true. And so it was also even in that knowing that I was going to be all right despite the incarceration, no matter how long it was going to take me, Every album that you drop, just let me know that, okay, shit, we almost home.
Yeah, man. For you to walk out of that courtroom and look at your friend, your wife, and say, we're going to be all right, despite being sentenced to 60 years. We're going to be all right. Is not only inspiring, but it is magical. Abracadabra, and welcome home. And thank you for being so strong for us and being inspirations to us. We're sitting with my friends. Don't you cry.
I know you messing me up.
Don't do that. We're watching my friends.
Cry.
I'm not. We're watching my friends alive and well and creative and strong and courageous right now as we discuss their movie, Time, a beautiful film and documentary about their life, the 21 years that they had to serve together as they raised 6 boys into consciousness, as they molded these lumps of clay into perfection, and they still growing strong. And I am so full right now. I am. Just to be able to do this. When you called me and said, Erykah, can we talk about time on your
With your family.
Of course we can.
Please.
Of course we can. And we can do it time and time again. I think we should do this a few more times on different platforms, just so other people can see it and have an opportunity to hear from you both. And yeah, I wish we could take. Can we take questions? Do anybody have any questions for Fox or Rob right now? Somebody said this is my type of food. Uh-oh.
That was an accident.
Hey, and the boys are sitting right there. Who was that?
That was Freedom in Remington.
I
accidentally, I didn't know what the little button was for, and I pushed it, and it turned around to you guys.
Let me I want to say them one more time. Let's say them one more time.
All right, one more time. No, you can stay over there, It'll be easier. Yeah.
Hey.
IT. Hey.
What's up, nephew?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm amazing. I'm exquisite. How are you guys?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be able to share this time with family, and thankful for sure.
Yeah. Oh my God, they are beautiful. Wonderful.
I don't know where Lawrence went, and the other one. We know we got a few of them floating around here.
You used to send me pictures.
Yeah.
You know, at that time it was 5. And you send me pictures. I still, look at it sometimes when I pass by and I touch it. You and those 5 boys at the time. You had 5 at the time. And I don't know how you did that and how you were doing that, but it's amazing. It's everything I ever wanted to be in a mother. You were it. And I have a chance to tell you in person, and in your face right now. Thank you so much for inspiring us as mothers, as entrepreneurs, as creatives, as spouses, as partners. Thank you very much, sis. Rob, you did good.
I know, right?
Y'all in right now?
What she said?
What city are you in right now?
We're right outside of New Orleans at on the bayou for Thanksgiving, getting us some therapy and some relaxation time and healing. We're healing right now, Badu. We done gave it to the world. We want to be still and spend a little time with each other.
You deserve that. You deserve that. For those of you who are just joining us, we're watching Fox and Rob be in love and talk about their film Time on Amazon Prime, which is free the whole weekend.
Weekend
Watch it.
I would watch it some more, but I am so tired of crying.
No, there's a link in my bio for those of you who want to see what we're talking about. I'm telling you, this is going to be something that you are going to enjoy. You're going to go through a plethora of emotions. And I held my breath halfway through. Because most of it takes place the latter part of your life, right before you came home. So thank you for this. If you guys are interested in learning a little bit more about Time, Fox, where can they go?
At Time Movie on all social media. Amazon Prime. It's an Amazon Prime original movie directed by Garrett Bradley. And our social media is FoxandRob, FoxandRob.com, and FoxandRob on all social media as well, to follow the work that we're doing here as we teach other families how to fight, and we continue to fight to bring others home.
It's time to do.
It's time. Time past due, Badu. It's time for our people to come home. And I think that we've got to begin to demand that it's time for our people to come home and not just pray about it. You know, God does answer prayers, but we got to put a little work into it.
That's right. Two of your other nephews showed up, Erykah, that wanted to say hello.
See.
There we go, right there. Law, you on? You gotta come on in. So, yeah, squeeze in a little bit more right there. There you go.
Look at them, they got beards.
She got you all. You see how many of them it is. She blowing y'all a kiss, guys.
Girl, they got beards.
Yes, they have beards.
Yes, I'm so happy to see that. I'm so happy to see them. I can't wait to come visit you in New Orleans. I know Amadou came and visited you for a little while. Jennifer is in.
Yes, that's, you know, we have been all up on Jennifer and some. We don't know what we do without her down here.
Yeah, she's amazing. That's one of my tight partners. So Grambling State University brought a lot of people together, and there's something about the HBCU experience that is significant. You don't lose the bond that you made at a college, especially in all Black university, where everyone feels like you, and we're just little parts of one another. You know, Fox got a little part of this, Erykah got a little part of this, Jennifer has a little part of this, Rob has a little. We all have a little part of a big thing, like a hand and fingers, and we never, once we remember and the members come back together, we never lose contact. We don't have to spend months and months, but we always pick up right where we left off. And I just appreciate the friendship and am honored to be thought of in such a high esteem.
We love you, Badu.
Love you too. And for those of you who are just joining us, we are talking about Time, a documentary, a film that about Fox and Rob's life from 1995 until, is that right? Yeah, 1990.
Until 2018.
18 in the movie. And that's when Rob came home. They had to do a little time apart. They were incarcerated, both of them at one point, and then they raised 6 boys to be strong Black entrepreneurs and community leaders and family men themselves who are going to be great leaders in the world. Because guess what? The old ways will die with the old. And the new will be what's to be. And thank you so much for today.
Thank you so much.
I would love for you to both to talk to us, you know, with one last thought, if you can.
I think my last thought, Erykah, is that I would be, or we would be remiss if we did not mention our fall partner on this charge, because it was not just Fox and I who was caught up on this robbery. It was also my nephew, Ontario Smith, and he is still incarcerated. He was sentenced to 45 years at the age of 18 when this crime happened. So as we are working to get him released right now, I'm just asking for all of those people that are tuned in, that are watching, that if you pray, send us prayers. If you don't pray, send us out good vibrations, in hopes that we'll be able to bring him home and return him to our family. So that would, by far, if I had to spend this last minute, that's how I would want to spend it, is making sure that we can do whatever we can to make sure the spirit and ancestors move in such a way that we're able to move him from the other side of those bars.
I shall.
And mine would be family is everything and everything is family. I hear people say to me all the time, Badu, oh girl, you waited for that man. You in love with that man. You wanted that man. And what they fail to recognize is that that man was just one part of our family, and that the institution of family is greater than any one member, and that we are all stronger together. I knew that I was stronger with him because he was my family, the son, the father of my sons. And if we want to accomplish anything in this life, we got to build stronger families. Everything starts at home.
Yeah. Ma'am, thank you. Your voice and your words, everything about who you are, everything about who you are, Rob, it reflects what it means to be family, what it means to be Asheo.
That's right.
Ashe.
Yeah, may the ancestors continue to guide y'all. I love you. My family out there, I'm Erykah Badu, and you can click the link in my bio to watch the documentary Time, about the life of Fox Rich and Rob Richardson and their plight of being incarcerated in America. Thank you very much for sharing.
Love you, Badu.
We love you, Erykah.
Thank y'all for tuning in.